The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. We're looking for a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give an official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. And follow Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And check out the merchandise on the Mike Wagner Show store with t-shirts and all kinds of goodies. Amazon.com/the Mike Wagner Show. And also our sponsor, Mian Mohsen Zia. Not only t-shirts, but also some hoodies, pop sockets, and a lot of goodies. Go to Amazon.com/Mian Mohsen Zia along with his other books. And don't forget to support the Mike Wagner Show on PayPal and also on anchorfm/support. Make sure you do so today. We're here back once again by popular demand, who was part of the influencers and heavily influenced. And this time she goes solo, and we'll be talking about more about the influencers. And she's also been in some recent projects and what's coming up, and a lot more. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios somewhere in sunny California, back by popular demand, the influencer herself. Ladies and gentlemen, the influencer herself, Desiree Staples. Desiree, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you, Mike. Yeah, over here it's 5 p.m., so we still got a little daylight going on. Thank you for having me.
Well, of course, it's 24/7, 365, so it doesn't really matter what time it is. I mean, I guess that's a big question. It can be 2 in the morning in Tokyo. Maybe somebody's having midnight tea in Paris, or somebody's having breakfast, say, in Hawaii or something. It's like, does time really matter these days? I guess that's a question. So
No, I think you're right. I don't think it matters. Time is relative. Construct.
Exactly, you're right. So we're here to talk about the influencers, not just the web series itself we talked about last. It goes to another level in talking about the campaign and also a fundraiser. And before we get into that and some of your upcoming projects, and maybe just quickly once again tell us how I got started, and a bit more about the influencers as a recap.
Sure. So yeah, really quickly. As I mentioned, I think last time a little bit, went to theater school, did theater and musical theater my whole life, and went to school for that at Northwestern. Soon fell into the comedy world and film and TV, and realized I loved the ability to be a filmmaker and do things behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. And there's a lot that's similar to theater in that way, of pre-production and production and post-production. So moved back to LA, where I'm from. I'm from Orange County, so that was an easy transition to be closer to home. And yeah, I've pretty much been doing film and television since I moved back about 3 years ago. And we're in the prime time, and what inspired the influencers originally actually was moving into a building on Sunset and Vine Street where there were Vine stars, no pun or
Vine stars, you heard from the grapevine, huh? So
exactly, on Vine Street, Vine stars on Vine Street. But it was totally a parody of itself. I was new to LA. And I lived now in a building where there were people shooting Instagram and Vine videos at the pool at 8 a.m. and drones everywhere. God knows what was being smoked or eaten or drank at any hour of the day. Supermodel shoots in the pool. There'd always be a different animal or floaty. Anyway, it was insane. And I felt like totally the fish, and I was the fish out of water. That's just what that building was. And I was now getting an inside view moving there. And that's kind of how the influencers was born. And I met Allie through a mutual industry friend, and I wanted to write a show about kind of this insane world that I both admire and think is pretty crazy in a wonderful way. And I love series that are based on truth in some capacity, and diving into these worlds more, because their problems and obstacles and day to day is just so different than everything that we know. And that's kind of how we got inspired for the show. And yeah, we've had a really successful film festival circuit with Dances with Films, the Hollywood Reel Independent Film Festival, LA Film Festival, and yeah, we're closing up. So we have a great review on Film Threat, but we're getting closer to the end, I would say. Although you never know with our festival circuit. And Film Quest is coming up this year as well. But actually, this latest exciting project is called My Divorce Party, and that's mostly what the campaign we're talking about is going to be about.
Uh-huh. And of course, with My Divorce Party as well, too, you also have been in What She Would Have Wanted. You also been in Take Me to Tarzana, Winebottles, yep. Savingsanta, Dreamticket. I mean, you've done a lot since we last talked with the influencers, and you can just talk about some of the things you've done, like the last time we talked up until now, and also talk about your projects as well. And then we'll talk about the fundraiser for the influencers and how to influence, and maybe don't get too many cat people in this one, and a so-called ICM management or something. So.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, so since we last talked, which is awesome, it's perfect timing, actually. The film I'm also produced, Take Me to Tarzana. That's one, actually, I have to give most credit to the brilliant director, writer, Maceo Greenberg, that had this script working on that for the past, I think, almost a decade. I think between 5 and 9 years he was working on that. It's hilarious. It's hysterical. Once again, based loosely on his experience in the corporate tech startup world. Anyways, we shot that in mid-2019. Stars in it are Maria Conchita Alonso, Jonathan Bennett, Andrew Creer, who you know from Netflix's You this latest season, Samantha Robinson from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and George Truly has a supporting role as one of the villains as well, which was a hoot. So we shot that mid-2019, and it's releasing, obviously got pushed back a wee bit due to COVID, but releasing February 19th. So that's right around on video on demand, similarly to all those platforms you were talking about. We're on Apple, Vudu, iTunes, obviously Amazon Prime, and make sure to take a look at Take Me to Tarzana. It is available for pre-order right now on iTunes specifically, but you'll be able to get it also on Walmart and Amazon, so many places. So check that out, and the trailer's available online as well. And yeah, and then that leads us to the My Divorce Party campaign and the fundraiser that we're doing, which is more targeted towards that project than anything else.
Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about My Divorce Party in just a minute, along with some of the others. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today. 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give a shout-out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Mosin-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Mosin-Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mia Mosin-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mia Mosin-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. And follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And support the Mike Wagner Show on PayPal at paypal.com/Mike Wagner Voiceover. And also on Anchor FM/support. Also check out the Amazon.com merchandise store with me and Motion Zia and Mike Wagner for all kinds of T-shirts and goodies as well. So do it today. We're here with Desiree Staples of the Influencers on the Mike Wagner Show. And before we talk more about the influencers and how you can help and support, and she is very eager to talk about My Divorce Party. And, of course, for those who are divorced or about to get divorced, and maybe you can listen up and tell more about the My Divorce Party. And, of course, It's Not You, It's Me has really gone to a whole new level.
Yes. And so actually, I'll try to bring the statistic up before we finish here, but the divorce rates, no shock, no surprise, are higher than ever, which I think is not good news, right? But probably just happens when we're in a global pandemic and spending more time together. But I will say, I guess, better sooner rather than later, and to discover that people want that now versus 10 years from now, But anyways, to talk about My Divorce Party, it is an upcoming feature film that yours truly is executive producing as well as a lead actress in. And the premise is a group of gals support my character, Alexandra Zan for short, who needs a healing retreat with her girlfriends, a la The Hangover, a la Bridesmaids, Wine Country, those kinds of films, to get to this next chapter of her life. And as girlfriends do so well, debauchery ensues. Of course, there's a little bit of a twist with Zan, my character, who decides in her sort of mid-quarter life crisis that she's bringing a duffel bag full of cash, which is the settlement money, so that her ex doesn't get anything. And
or makes you wonder comes from somewhere else.
Exactly. Or blow it all by the weekend's end. So the girls decide, instead of her throwing it into the fire, that they all there's 5 girlfriends, each of them are going to choose how to spend 1/5 of the money. So it's a coming of divorce story, I like to say. And it's a really fun, wild ride. Once again, like Girls Trip, Rough Night, Game Night, these kinds of such fun women-centric movies. And there's a lot of heart with it too, not to spoil too much, but they, of course, there's one part where one of the girls wants to give back to the community. It all takes place in Joshua Tree, so wants to give back to the parks. One that talks about investing and how to set themselves up for life. And then, of course, there are the bad influences and the fun influences, maybe the influencers there, full circle, that take them to a strip club and at 9 a.m. and debauchery ensues again. So there's a lot of fun, a lot of heart, a lot of crazy, wild things that they get into, which only when 5 best girlfriends get together happens. So we're currently, which we used the same platform for Take Me to Tarzana. Check it out if you haven't yet. It is a equity crowdfunding platform called WeFunder, and it's where investors and supporters and fans can actually invest in the future of the movie and help us bring it to life. So it's a little different than Kickstarter and Indiegogo, because you actually, if you invest, have the opportunity to earn a profit when the film makes profit. So you're very much integral to the film. Exactly. So it's very cool. Check it out. wefunder.com/mydivorceparty. And we actually I have to look at the little amount, the official amount. I think we're at $58,000 today.
Woo! Here we go. Yeah, Jerry Lewis telethon. I can imagine it. Yes, amazing. And how can people give?
Yeah, so it's just wefunder.com/mydivorceparty. I think also if you you have to make an account. So don't be scared of that. It's really quick, really easy. Just put in your name and some of your information, because they're going to want to link, of course, how to get involved there. But $58,099 as of today. So which helps bring this film to life, every penny, So just check it out there. You can also find us at My Divorce Party the Film on Instagram and My Divorce Party the Film on Facebook.
And do you also have other WeFunder campaigns tied to your films, like the influencers, Take Me to Tarzana and more, or is it just My Divorce Party?
So you know what? My Divorce Party is the only one right now where we're currently fundraising, and you can be a part of it. And what's important is there's early bird terms, which means that you get a slightly better favorable terms if you invest now versus once we hit the 100K, and the goal is only 150, that once you hit the 100K, then it goes back to the normal terms. So get on it now. But yes, Take Me to Tarzana, we use the same platform, but that film obviously shot and is now distributed, huzzah. So that one's another one you can look at as reference and see what my team's kind of experience is. But My Divorce Party is the one really that we're looking for interest and supporters and fans, and even just sharing and likes. I mean, Mike knows this, I'm sure. The more you just get it out there and get eyeballs on it and say, hey, this looks like a really fun movie, that's very valuable in itself as well, if financially being a part isn't an option right now.
Mm-hmm. And plus you have other movies too, like, Winebottles, Savingsanta, Dream Ticket, What She Would Have Wanted. Maybe just a quick synopsis of those, and how can people support or check those out?
Sure. So Winebottles was a short I did, I want to say 1 or 2 years ago as well. That's been on the festival circuit. Check that out. Poonam Basu, who's my co-star, is brilliant in there. And Kate Tuxford, the director, she was amazing. It's won quite a few awards. Same with Saving Santa. That was around the same time. That one's really funny, where I play a disgruntled mall elf like, one of those hired elves. And I thought that was, and Santas that you see at the mall, I thought that was very fun to see what happens when they leave the mall. And kind of, my girl was working in finance and management, and then after some troubled times has to be a mall elf. So how someone very experienced and above her pay grade deals with that's pretty wild. So check both of those out. Those are on IMDb, and I think even some of them through film festivals you might be able to watch. Although I know those circuits are closer to finalized as well. And I do have another series coming up. Might as well promote it while we're here, called Stupid Cupid.
Stupid Cupid.
Stupid Cupid. There's a love thing that's going on, I guess, for Valentine's Day, right in time for that. That one I'm also in. I'm another villain in that. I guess there's a theme there. And a producer. That comes out on Done Vision, which is a Canadian distribution company.
Okay.
And it's more of a web series. The episodes are about, I want to say, around 10 to 12 minutes long, each of them.
Wow,
and
okay.
That was fun. It's about an app that's similar to a dating app that this group of young startup creators puts together, that due to a glitch in the algorithm kind of takes a mind of its own, but starts matching people based on what they need, not necessarily what they want, and kind of, throws on its head or turns upside down, what you're looking for in a partner, and kind of takes away all the gender and stereotypes and what their occupations are, just bases you based on what your interests are, and that's it. So anyway, really interesting, and how these young millennials are able to work through this glitch.
Oh my gosh, I'm just laughing right now. Every time I think of Stupid Cupid, I think of Connie Francis. I guess this takes on a whole new level here.
Oh yeah. It's very much centric on, which I haven't really done in a series before, the tech element, and very like Silicon Valley-esque of these creators coming together. And then my character is and you'll have to make sure that I say this correctly, Heart with a T, Heart On. Okay.
Heart on. Heart on, heart off. Heart on, heart off.
And yeah, I got to really enunciate that T there. So this is PG appropriate for the podcast. But my competing company wants to buy their company because I see promise with the app, but not the team itself. So it really dives into kind of this corporate, dog eat dog kind of world, and it's cool to see with female founders as well, which this really explores.
That's very interesting, and we'll talk more about what Desiree has in store for us in 2021 and beyond. You'll listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Zia of Missing, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. We'll be back with Desiree Staples after this time out.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple, and more. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, where The Mike Wagner Show interviews great guests, cool conversation, lots of laughs, coffee, and more. Take The Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're back with Desiree Staples of the Influencers and My Divorce Party, Stupid Cupid, and more on the Mike Wagner Show. And it's great to catch up with you, Desiree, especially with the wefunder campaign. And tell us after Stupid Cupid, what else can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, and going to 2022 if you like?
Oh my gosh, I know it's crazy that we're already thinking about 2022, but that is what this world has done to us, right? We're all thinking about the long game, which is really fantastic. Yes, I mean, I'm always about creating my own content and wanting to bring laughter to the world. I think that's really kind of my niche right now, as well as women-driven projects and stories, because I think both of those things, comedy and women in comedy, are necessary right now as we continue growing in our art as a society and in the U.S. and the world and beyond. But yeah, so the ones I would say to check out and keep an eye on, obviously Take Me to Tarzana is coming out February 19th, video on demand. It's also going to have some theatrical releases, so keep an eye out for drive-in premieres, and obviously we want to showcase it to as many people as possible safely, so we're hoping to have some theatrical premieres later this year. In addition to that, Stupid Cupid, these are very back-to-back. So Stupid Cupid comes out February 14th on Valentine's Day on Done Vision, and you can check that out at Done Vision's Instagram. That's D-U-N-N, a double N there, Vision. And then Stupid Cupid on Instagram as well. And Take Me to Tarzana you can find on all major video on demand platforms, so February 19th, including Amazon Prime, Apple, Walmart, and more, and Vudu, V-U-D-U. And yeah, then the next really big one that I'm focusing on this year is My Divorce Party, because a feature is no small feat, ha ha ha, and it takes quite a bit of work, and obviously I have not shot something before in a global pandemic, so that's going to be quite a wild ride when we shoot that this year. And absolutely, I think with how our schedule is going right now, we are looking to release it in 2022. So that's something definitely to keep on the lookout for. But in the meantime, like I said earlier, please feel free to support us. We need all the fans and the supporters and our audience that we can get. And if you believe in independent film, which I think is really important right now, and I will say this is one of the first times since probably New Year's, I feel like there is a need for content. People are feeling the pandemic of needing this escape and needing these soul fulfilling artistic things to watch, and so we want to bring that to reality. So if you support that, please follow our campaign, which is wefunder.com/mydivorceparty, and on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
That sounds amazing. Once again, Desiree Staples on the Mike Wagner Show. A very big thank you for your time. Great checking with you once again. Looking forward to having you again soon. Keep us up to date, Desiree, and once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you? Where can people check out your films? And once again, how can people help with your fundraiser on My Divorce Party and more?
Yeah, so the best way to see what I'm up to is my Instagram, which is at Desiree Staples, which is Desire with an extra E, Staples, at Desiree Staples. That's really the best way. And then also with the influencers, we have a hashtag, which is hashtag the influencers series. And if you go to Allie Kornfeld, who's my writing partner, so alliekornfeld.com/the influencers, you'll find a lot there with what's up with the influencers. There's so many, Mike. Take Me to Tarzana. You can also follow that on Instagram. That's the best way to get all of our links. And I would say absolutely, for this My Divorce Party wefunder campaign, there's definitely a time element, as we are only fundraising for a limited time. So, and for those early bird terms, so I would say now rather than later is definitely key and helps us build momentum. So if there's one thing that you get from today, please follow or like or share or send to your friends. wefunder.com/mydivorceparty. Super easy to remember. And we're also on social media as well.
We certainly will do that. Once again, Desiree, a very big thanks for your time. It's great to hear from you again. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. You're always fantastic. You're always a great influencer.
Thank you, Mike. Thanks again for having me. It's great. It's great to be back, and it's cool, every few months if we get to touch base on what's happening, what's next, and what people are loving and what they want to see on the horizon.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real-life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing. Available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.